All right, what's going on, guys? Today we're gonna go over the legendary Mike Tyson's workout routine. Now, if you don't know who I am, my name is Phil Daru. I'm a sports performance coach for some of the best fighters in the world. And today, though, I'm gonna go ahead and tackle Iron Mike's workout that he did in the prime of his career. Let's do this.
Growing up, I was a huge Mike Tyson fan. I remember watching his old fights with Lennox Lewis, Vander Holyfield. But when I started fighting, and as I turned pro, it got me to thinking, what type of mentality does somebody need to have in order to be a world champion? If you can get into that mindset of a champion, you yourself can raise the bar and be successful. So today, I'm gonna start my day off just like how Mike did at 4 a.m. with a 3-mile jog. Let's do this.
Now we're gonna go over the entire breakdown of Mike Tyson's workout routine. You saw the 4 a.m. run. 3 to 5 miles he did every single day in fight camp in the prime of his career. So when he was 20, 21, obviously the baddest man on the planet. After that 4 a.m. run, he would go back home, get some rest, probably take a nap, wake up, have breakfast, and then go to the boxing gym for around a 3-hour session. It depends on the day. He was either sparring or he was doing drills. Now, in the sparring sessions, you would do 10 to 12 rounds, 3-minute rounds. I'm assuming he did either a 30-second rest up to a minute rest, depending on where he was in camp. And I'm also assuming the rounds changed based upon where he was in camp too as well, and also how many sparring partners he probably knocked out in the process. Now, on the other days, you're doing drills. So that's gonna be bag work, slip drills, footwork drills, shadow boxing, pad work. It can be done on the sparring days, but he's probably alternating the sparring and the hard drilling days in an A and B day type of deal. That's going to, again, be 10 rounds of bag work, 10 rounds of the slip bag, 10 rounds of probably shadow boxing. Should last him about 3 hours of training. Usually that's where the amount of volume you get primarily. So then after that, he did 20 to 30 minutes of jump rope. Then he would go home, rest a bit. Before dinner though, this is when he did his calisthenic 10-round circuit. This is a large amount of volume. So what you're gonna be doing is 200 air squats, 250 sit-ups, 50 push-ups, 50 bench dips, 50 neck curls, 50 barbell shrugs with a 60-pound barbell. After those 10 rounds were all the way done, he would do 10 minutes of wrestling style neck bridges. This is a large amount of volume. I'm gonna go ahead and start on the bag, do my jump rope, rest a bit, then I'm gonna go right into the body weight circuit, which isn't gonna be fun. Just stay tuned, because I'm gonna go ahead and tell you what I liked about it or what I don't like about it, what I would change if it was any of my young fighters coming up to monitor their output. Let's get into it. Now we're gonna move on. We're here at the gym. We're gonna go ahead and do the calisthenic workout. Again, a large amount of volume. So I'm gonna start off with 200 air squats, body weight only. Here we go. That sucked. It was 200. Not going for any specific tempo. I'm just trying to get it done. Trying to make sure that I maintain proper posture and also obviously good form, which you're gonna feel, especially doing those squats like that. A lot of quads, just quad activation. So it's gonna be, you feel it all front part of your legs, feel a little bit in the glutes too as well, if you do it right. Now on to the sit-ups, 250 reps. We did a
sit-ups, them sucked. Did it on a decline bench just to make sure that I maintain the posture as much as possible. Now we're gonna move on to 50 push-ups. Right after that, 50 bench dips. Now we're gonna move on to neck curls, and I'm gonna use my shirt, place it on my head, and then I'm gonna get a weight that I can place on my head just for added resistance. You don't have to use resistance. Obviously you got enough volume, but if you do wanna add resistance, make sure you do it like this. You can use a neck harness to give you that added resistance. All right, here we go. So next we're gonna go ahead and move on to the barbell shrugs. Now I'm gonna take the bar and put it behind me, and I'm gonna slightly lean forward so I can hit more upper and a little bit of mid trap too as well. All right, let's do it. All right, so that's a wrap. We finished it up. Now, what I will say is that, yes, this is a ton of volume and it's gonna take you a long time to finish, even though I was working through it and I rarely stopped, only when form started to break down and I actually needed to rest because my muscles were just fatigued. I started doing rest pause sets and things of that nature to keep going. The things that I like about it, the things that I don't like about it. The things that I like, it puts you in the mind frame, just like Mike needed to be in, to be the best boxer, the best fighter in the world. The moment I was going through it, as I was going through the reps, because it is monotonous, right? You're doing rep after rep after rep. There's no change in resistance. resistance, it's just pain, and you just gotta keep moving forward, right? Keep going, right? It puts you in a mindset of you're able to endure anything. So as you go on, especially when I was doing the squats and even the sit-ups, I started to get angry, and I could see how this is something that he would do to put himself in that mind frame to be a killer, right? To be the Iron Mike that we know. So I understand that, and that was a really good thing for him to do at that particular time of his career. So I can see the positives in that. The negatives is the repetitive motion, and the exercises that he did, or what it says he did, was very anteriorly dominant, except for the shrugs, which I had to alter to hit more mid-trap. They're basically all movements or all exercises that require the front part of the body. You got push-ups, dips, right? You got sit-ups and squats for the quads. I would like to see more posterior chain work. I would like to see more pull-ups maybe, or some type of row variation. Or even with the shrug, you can do more of a bent over shrug or a high pull, some type of variation for the upper back. Also the mid back and the lats. So with that being said, if you're a young boxer, first let's look at exercise variation. Now this is Mike Tyson's workout, so I'm not gonna down this at all. Obviously it worked for him. Not saying it's gonna work for everybody, because that's Mike Tyson. And what you do as Mike Tyson is because he has the God-given talent, he has the skill set, he has all the things, all the attributes necessary for him to be Mike Tyson. For any other boxer coming up, we wanna make sure that we can vary some of these exercises. We can give you a wider range of exercises or tools that you can do to improve your athleticism, to improve your strength. Again, this is good for him, obviously, because it worked for him. This may not work for you. The main thing that you want to look at is variation, proper amount of volume, rest and recovery, make sure you're getting proper nutrition. He ate about 3,000 to 4,000 calories a day. I can tell you he needed that because of the workout that we did today. From the skills training, the running, to all this volume with the body weight exercises or the calisthenics, you're gonna need that amount of calories to replenish, refuel, but make sure that you're taking in quality amount of sleep, 8 to 9 hours necessary for this type of work. And then also you're probably gonna need to take a nap in between these sessions. Drink plenty of water, electrolytes. Make sure that you're getting adequate amount of fuel in the body so that you can replenish, recover, and keep on performing at your best. The exercises itself, I had to alter a few exercises because they're not the safest route that you could go with high volume. So those bench dips, I wouldn't recommend those. It puts a huge amount of stress on the anterior delt, on the bicep tendon. It puts a lot of stress on the rotator cuff. Boxers in general, we're very kyphotic. We're rolled forward, we use the delts, the triceps, we use the anterior chain a lot. So what I would do is either do a bar dip where you see me with the bar handles, and now I can get my body a little bit more upright and hit that extension of the elbow is what you really want. Even better to that, if you do have that kyphotic posture, you have pain in the shoulders, or you may have some tendonitis issues, go ahead and do a floor press variation. You can use a bar load or something that's going to be about a half to maybe a quarter of your own body weight, and do that for the repetitions needed. Again, you have to go for high volume, so the intensity or the weight on the bar is going to be lessened. Another thing, when it came down to the sit-ups, I put myself on that decline bench, right? So now I get a lot more resistance coming down, and what I am trying to do is maintain posture. So I'm not trying to fold too far over, and I'm not trying to overly extend. I'm trying to maintain a neutral spine as much as possible, even though when volume hits, you're gonna break down. So I tried to stay as technically sound as I could while doing that amount of volume. Another thing was the neck bridges. Now I have herniations in C4 through C7, so I have to be very careful with compression. So instead of doing the actual bridges, which I did a few minutes of, I basically regressed that into an isometric hold for the neck bridge. You can do that on the wall and then go ahead and work your way away from the wall to progress. You can progress all the way to the ground when you're ready to do so. So you can progress and regress based upon your limitations. Another thing that you can regress is the volume. So instead of doing 200 squats, start with 50 squats and then slowly work your way up within a 3 to 4 week span. So the progression of the volume needs to be there. You're a beginner and you're trying to improve, just like how Mike Tyson did when he was in his prime. All right, so there you have it. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any questions, any comments, make sure you go ahead and hit them down below. If you haven't done so yet, please subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, and I'll see you guys next time.